For the first time in a while, Dragon and friends are conquering another regional. Make sure you guys smash some crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out more Oz content. I am a sucker when I get the chance to see Stun come out of a regional out here and smash the competition. And this regional, I think, was one of the most diverse that we have had the chance to see to date out here. I don't think a lot of people are really prepared just to see, but Salamangreat ended up winning this regional. Somebody's gonna be like, huh? In a Snake Eyes format, Robbie? What do you mean? Well, actually, Salad kind of has some pretty good matchups going about it, at least if you've got more of a roguish regional, like this one felt like it was. You know, if you can overcome, some of these options. I mean, meta was still present here. I mean, second place was Snake Eyes. Third place, was Tenpai. We also had some Spright action for you in your top cut. Do not underestimate that deck. I'm telling you. Spright, if left to its devices, will do some of these really weird, funny interactions. You're just going to be sitting there scratching your head going, what's going on? Like, how we go through these little yeah, that's Spright for you. All right, this deck just can do so many stupidly cool things. It's really cool to see. We also had a Labrynth duelist present here, which I'm really happy to see. Lab, definitely one of those cooler decks. But we also had a hero deck. And I've been enjoying seeing how much hero action we can kind of see out here with these more challenging builds. And then Mannadium, we had a whole regional that I was just excited to see Mannadium kind of take down the competition out here. Mannadium has been one of those very strongly hurt decks by the loss of Appaloosa, its end boards, but players are still finding ways to make this deck look viable. And I gotta tell you, I'm really happy to see that, man. Like, just having all of these cool options available is so awesome. And then, of course, like I said, Stun was your major up player here, actually showing some amazing love. Let's pass it over to this deck list. Starting things off here, we have our Salamangreat list, actually playing Charge in here. I know there's been a little bit more of an argument to kind of have this card returning back to the pool of things, but I think it's actually pretty cool to see that, this card still is doing what it needs to do for the deck. Still no Pot of Desires in this. Still thinking back to the past out here, aren't I? Playing one copy of Will for the generic revivability. Maximum Parallel Exceeds for extension plays. Same thing with the EMP Meow Mine in here. We have the Baguskas kind of things went wrong. We got to kind of clean this up. Citing the additional draw if we kind of need it, depending on how things are going in the matchup. It's definitely not a bad thing if you have to hit the draw and Lockbird cease functionality. And of course, hey, look, good cards. Looking at the rest of this, I think this list is fine. Ghost Ogre was definitely a major player for this deck, I feel like. But you've got to remember, if you're choosing to play Salad right now, you should be okay. It just depends on how much Shifter is going to run into you and make you cry. All right, we have some Snake Eyes action for you out here. And I gotta tell you, Dominus Impulse is such an incredibly stupid card, man. Just being able to impulse from your hand just makes this deck feel so much stronger now. Somebody's gonna be like, well, Robbie, you're playing Impulse with Engraver. That's bad. You can't use those Fiendmon. I don't care, all right? Like, there's going to be some situations where I'm going to be able to have the Impulse, and I'm going to be able to go through full Fiendsmith combo, and I'm just not going to care, all right? Yeah, sure, my Desiree might get turned off if I activate this from the hand, all right? You're just going to have to make some adjustments in your play lines to figure out, hey, what's going to be the more optimal path that I need to go down out here, and figure that out. Also, hello Shifter in the side deck to get cross-added because this duelist was at least prepared. It's interesting to see that this one was prepared, but the Salad player just chose not to really worry about this. I like that a lot. All right, we've also got Tenpai is playing Santa Claus. Okay, well, I guess. I feel like you would want something that would go into attack mode, right? I guess 2500 is not like the worst thing to run over, at least in terms of things, but okay, we are doing one Fadra, one Genroku. This is actually interesting to see for a change out here. Cutting back, I guess, on the bricks with these and putting in, two Santa Claus just kind of allows you to have that little extra explosive OTK. We also have Yield Regekis to board clear. I see that we also have the Heat Waves to turn down for what? Hello, good old Kawaki Maradrago. The fact that we also have the third Santa Claus down here in the side deck, is just oh so humorous to me. Everything about this deck, I think, is just great, actually. You know you're near the Christmas season when Santa Claus is back. All right, what else we got back here? We have our Spright list. I do see, of course, you're doing the Nimble Anglers with the Beavers. You just want to make sure you can get as many level 2s on the field as you can and get the job going. I do see we are playing 2 copies of Dominus Impulse in here. Fantastic choice. Look, another deck that's able to abuse Dominus Impulse and go through this whole pressure your opponent out of the game and do just what you need to do. I also see we are playing 1 copy of the Scareclaw Tryhard. Now, this is not something that I have seen other Spright duelists trying, and maybe this just might be the thing that you might want to consider out here to kind of put that extra little pressure on your opponent so that you can, make progress in terms of playing the game. But to be honest with you, it's a cool little tech choice, actually. And I think that's kind of important. Experimenting around with other options seems to be about the thing that is going to start to get you the most victory points. Oh, we have some Labrynth for you out here. Oh, of course, once again, there's that triple Dominus Impulse shattering those expectations for you. And I gotta tell you, honestly, I think Impulse was just the bigger card out here to impact the meta. It's done its thing very, very strongly, actually. It's kind of disgusting. Only 1 transaction rollback. I also think this is fine. You don't want to bulk down too much on the rollbacks right now. Especially, you've had more people going towards the linear equation cannon build versus some of these other things. I do like the equation build, but I think more people are just going away from it. More people are like, hey, it's still cool what you can do with it, but maybe it's not for me. Maybe I don't want to do the math to try to get the numbers correct. But you have options available to you, and with those options, you have more tech choices. Actually, just having this build be normal is fine. Ooh, we have our hero list. Holy crap. Triple mash change? Alright, we're going with the triple fusion destiny in here. Alright. See that this build is actually side decking double D-Force. I love D-Force, man. This is just one of those funny ha-ha cards. If you get the plasma rolled up, you get this on the field. Now your opponent has to deal with this super fat guy. And if they can't deal with that, you're just like, hey, man, offers handshake, GG. This is one of those situations that putting that aggressively strong monster on the field just helps you out. I see we also are getting to play the 1-wing Karibo level 6. Most of this deck, wait a minute, we're doing 2 Wake Up Your Elemental Hero. This feels a little bit different in my opinion. You don't really see all that many people attempting to mess around with this, but I gotta tell you, it's cool. This list is definitely a little bit different than what I was initially expecting to see, but I'll take it. All right, we also have some Mannadium action for you here. I see that we have good old General Ryo. So this is the new standard that we're going about here. By using General Ryo, we're able to put that pressure on our opponent to say, no, you're going to have to discard for every one of those interactions you want to do. I also see, because getting access to Lancia is pretty cool. I mean, to be fair, we do have all the water tuner monsters in the world that you could actually want. So this kind of opens up the door to some little cool things. Maybe having the Horus package combining to make Lancia to get General Ryo on the field is the thing that we need to be considering. Maybe you want to look at these cool options and go, there is more to the deck build side of this than I initially kind of expected. So we'll kind of have to wait and see, what more will come out of this, if anything. But having Mannadium have some cool new options like this is awesome. And then we have our Stun Duelist. And I know, yep, we are playing the Gravekeeper's Commandant. You want to go search for the Necro Valley. Necro Valley, Secret Village locking your opponent, maintaining all of these floodgate cards to keep that pressure on your opponent is going to be some of the most important stuff that you can actually do. We're also only playing 1 copy of Morganite. We are not playing the new Morganite in here. I know a lot of people are like, well, you do want to play that new Morganite to put that pressure on your opponent. No, you really don't. While the new Morganite is cool, it leaves so much to be desired. I also see we are bringing in the Imperial Iron Walls in here as well for post-side deck. We don't want to, get our stuff banished or, turn into one of those really bad situations where we're losing all of this stupid card advantage. No. we're going to do this. And also having another secret village lock on the opponent. Up those odds, as we say. All right. Outside of that, that's your regional breakdown. Definitely a little bit different than I was expecting to see from your usual regionals that have just been so meta-dominated, but options are good. So please, if you comment down below, tell me what you guys think. See your beautiful faces back here later today, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.